So if you're always running behind on your haircuts, in this video, I'm going to cover a simple concept of why that might be. And I think a lot of barbers don't realize this. So whatever your haircut times are, it doesn't really matter. If you find yourself constantly running behind, this simple mindset shift might help you to save a little bit more time off your haircut times. In my experience, one of the main reasons why barbers run behind, myself included, is because you think you have more time than you actually do. So for example, if your haircut appointments are 30 minutes long, you don't actually have 30 minutes. It sounds like common sense, but barbers, and I will say that they realize this, but they don't actually do it with their actions, which is ultimately what matters. So you don't actually have 30 minutes if that's what it is for you. It doesn't matter what the time is. We're just going to use 30 minutes for this example. You have to account for the other hidden things that are adding time to your haircuts. These are a couple things that you have to do with every haircut. The consultation, right? It can take anywhere from 1 minute if they're a repeat client and you've seen them before, anywhere to 5 minutes or more if they're a new client. Let's just say for now that the consultation adds 2 minutes to the haircut. At the end, there's the checkout and there's the transition from the client you just finished with to the client you're going to see next. And so there's usually, you have to check them out and you have to clean up. So that can take, again, if they're a repeat client, it could be really quick, right? Maybe they have their card on file already or whatever. And then it's just like, all right, see you next time. Or if it's a new client, right? Maybe they forgot their wallet in the car or they don't know how your system works and they need your help walking through it. And then you have to clean up, right? So once you do finish checking them out, and you have to go back to your chair and clean off your tools, disinfect everything, maybe sweep the hair. So that could take anywhere from 1 minute up to 5, maybe even longer. But let's just say it's 2 minutes. So if you have to do a consultation and check out and clean up every client, and each of those, for our example, is taking 2 minutes, then that's 4 minutes gone out of your 30 minutes total, right? Which means that you have 26 minutes to do the haircut, not 30. So if you are taking the entire 30 minutes on just the haircut, then you're automatically behind, right? Because you have to do it in 26 minutes in this case just to finish on time, okay? So we accounted for 4 minutes for the consultation and the checkout. And that's only if the client showed up on time. If you're on time, or if you took them back on time. That's if they don't want any additional services. That's also if they don't ask you to style their hair or their beard. Also, if they don't change something about their haircut, which adds time. If you don't spend any extra time at the checkout trying to get them set up with their next appointment or trying to sell them a product. And that's also if you are able to go from one client to the next without taking a break, like getting a snack or using the bathroom in between. So we're only adding 4 minutes on for those two things that you have to do for every single client. But the reality is there's probably going to be more than 4 minutes of time that's going to be taken up by other things. And that's also if the phone doesn't ring, right? And you have to step away from your client and do something else. Or if a walk-in comes in and has a question and you have to stop cutting hair to go answer the walk-in's question. So the point is, you have way less time than you think you do. It doesn't matter what we use 30 minutes for an example. It could be 45, it could be an hour, whatever. But if you're spending all of that appointment on the haircut, then you're automatically behind. So here's a couple tactics that have helped me to help stay on time. The first thing is always try to give yourself a buffer. Now that you know the right mindset to have in that I can't spend this entire time on just the haircut, then try to give yourself a buffer. So for me, with 30-minute haircut appointments, I try to finish the haircut in 20 minutes. That gives me at least a 10-minute buffer. That gives me time to do the consultation, check them out, clean up in between, and use the bathroom if I have to do it. And listen, I'm a barber. So I know some of you are probably thinking right now, well, there's some haircuts that are going to take longer. Yes, I know. The idea is that you want to be able to finish most of your haircut, 80% within that time, whatever is the right time for you. For me, I try to shoot for 20 minutes. I have 30 total. I try to get it done in 20. There's going to be some haircuts that take longer. There's going to be some haircuts that might take an hour. But the idea is if you are able to do it in less than the appointment time, so you might fall behind on that appointment, right? And then so you take your next guy back late, but you finish him in 20 minutes. So now you're a little bit less behind. And then you take the next guy back and you finish him in 20 minutes. So the idea is, even though you will fall behind every now and then, if you're able to have that mindset of, I need to get this done in 20 minutes or whatever, then you can catch up because you will fall behind. I fall behind. Everybody falls behind. But the idea is if you're able to catch up, then you won't stay behind. So I hope you found that helpful. This was a simple mindset shift that helped me a lot. If you want more help and you want to join a community of barbers and hairstylists and network and get access to courses and videos that aren't made public, join my community. I'll put the link for the community in the description below. I hope to see you there.